on that ass, nigga. Been in corner. Ain't no price.
What's up, word? It's your boy Sporty Blacc. Welcome back. Fade2Blacc Hiphop Podcast Season 2.
Season
man.
number 2. We coming back at you.
Full effect, better than ever, man. You already know it.
Man, it's Joe Fade, the barbershop talk, man. Y'all already know what's going on with me, man. The other half of Fade2Blacc Hiphop Podcast. Make sure y'all going to subscribe right now, man. Season number 1 was a classic. So you can go back right now and check out season number 1. Binge, watch that guy. Share. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. Joe Fade, the barbershop talk, man.
For sure, man. We back. Season 2. You know what I mean? Brand new location. You know what I mean? New topics.
With special guests.
Everything fresh out of the press. We got my partner Joey PopOff in the building with
Right.
us. You know what I mean?
What up?
Then we got my partner Johnny B in the building with us.
What's going on, good people?
Hey man,
Right.
so hey, we got a lot to talk about today. We just happy to be back, man. Fade2Blacc Season 2.
Season number 2. What's up, fans? We back with Fade2Blacc Hiphop Podcast. It's season number 2.
But yeah, man, so shit. The Grammys. What y'all think about the Grammys? Did y'all watch the Grammys this year?
Yeah, I watched the Grammys.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't watching.
You didn't watch it.
I'm gonna be honest with
Why you didn't watch it though?
you. Because I got different vibes. I listen to a lot of old music.
A lot of older music.
Yeah,
Okay.
the popular
Older
ones
hip
out.
hop.
So what is the Grammys like? Cause a lot of folk hold that shit in high regards. And some folk, that shit really don't mean too much to them.
You mean like the fans or the people who
Yeah,
get
like,
in the Grammys?
Period.
People who get in the Grammys, them more money. That's like they trophy. So
Trophy,
it
right.
matter to them.
I think the
Right.
Grammys, aside from all other award shows, mean you have more influence on the music that you made, that you came out with. Like,
Okay.
as far as like most people that win Grammys, like you know why you see, and like if you watch the Grammys, you see people winning awards, the most such and such of this year, you know what I mean? And you be like, man, how did he get a Grammy?
Right.
Because he played his own instrument and he wrote his own lyrics. Some
Right.
people really, or some artists really going out their way to play 27 instruments and writing their own lyrics just to win a Grammy. But it sounds good and it's selling all over the world.
So who dictates who win a Grammy? So let's say, for instance, when they had the Album of the Year contest, they had Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Migos.
Feel like Jay-Z got
What that other
Right.
girl
at
name
the
is?
same time.
That was gonna be my
Damn,
other.
I forgot her name, but they had a good category of people. So, and I think Kendrick won, right?
Right.
He won, and I don't got no problem with that, right? But who makes that decision? Do they do a fan vote, or do they got like a assembly of judges that they sit down and come up with this shit? You know what I mean?
I think it's more so like a assembly of judges, like you said, man.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I be trying to figure out. Cause a lot of times I be thinking, something for how the hell that person won it over that
But
person. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, what's a critique though? You know what I mean? What tool are they using to critique these?
Yeah, what the
these
qualification?
artists? Yeah.
What the qualification? You know what I'm saying?
And
But
what I'm saying, most of it is how much you're writing your own lyrics and playing your own
That's
instrument.
bullshit because
No, man,
Drake
it's about how much
will
money
get a
you make.
beat from goddamn.
You think it's about how much money you make?
It's all about.
Yeah, it's about
money
how
you
much money you making due to, like, I'm gonna tell you, Jay-Z, the reason why, listen, it's hard for a rapper to win a Grammy.
Jay-Z
to
got
begin
21
with.
Grammys.
Right.
Kanye got about 20 Grammys.
It's
Yeah.
hard for a rapper to win a Grammy. So if Jay-Z got 21 Grammys, it's based purely on the facts, with what I was saying. Jay-Z, he didn't even write half of those lyrics in those songs. He was freestyling.
It's wrote still.
I'm
Yeah.
saying it's wrote down, but what I'm saying is
They
they
ain't
judge
give
him
no extra
specifically
point.
on
I
that.
thought
No.
I think that's part of it.
No.
Cause he freestyle?
No, listen. They judge him specifically on that. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody like Big Crit can get a Grammy, but don't have the album sales.
I know that. Just
That's
like,
what I'm
Right,
saying.
'cause it's the whole
because
production
Crit
of the
is
song.
writing his own music and making his own tracks.
But I don't think that
True. I think judges,
That's
if it's
part
based,
of it. That's
if it's
part
based
of it.
on like judges basing on it, I think
It's an
that's
academy.
a major factor.
It's an academy, yeah.
It's
But
an
you're
academy
judging
award, right?
on
Yeah.
you
So,
judging
you don't
on
think the judges
the
look at that?
originality.
I think
like, you
they
judging on
look
the-
at that, but I don't
authentic
think that's,
quality.
I don't think that's the deciding factor. For the only reason I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna use Drake for an instant, right? Most Drake shit he didn't write. Drake get a beat from
Right.
this nigga over here.
Yeah,
You
now,
feel what I'm
that's
saying?
an excellent point.
Okay,
I
so
can't
look,
argue
so
with you on that.
Drake get a beat from this nigga over
We
here.
all
right?
know
So
Drake
this nigga
ain't
got
write
half of the
everything.
publishing already, right?
Right.
Then you get Kid Cudi or The Weeknd, like Weeknd wrote the whole take care.
I mean,
Damn
even
near. So
Nicki
now
Minaj.
he
so-
got writing credit. So when for the whole album, Drake might don't have that but 25%.
Now, you got a good
credit.
point,
You feel what
because-
I'm saying?
So I'm gonna say this: when you say writing credits, you really think he letting them guys write his entire song?
A lot of times, just like, I'm tell you what them
don't
niggas
think
doing
that's
over
the
yo.
case.
This what they doing over yo over there in the sweatshop. Them
They
niggas,
buy ideas from people.
They don't even
And-
buy ideas. Them niggas buy your whole song. Like when Drake heard that nigga when they got down the club going up on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That nigga goddamn
I
made
seen
sure
that. I
he
seen
goddamn inked that nigga in. Boom. But once he took the nigga's song and put it out there, he kicked that nigga to the curb. You heard it from nigga no more. And the nigga himself
That's real
is
shit.
putting it out there, letting it be
That's
known
real
like, man,
though.
them niggas janky as hell, man.
Yo,
Nigga,
but
take the
now
song.
Drake got him looking crazy.
Yeah.
But what I'm
Like
saying
to the
is,
public though.
but what I'm saying is this, man. I think it's different. I'm not sure, but I think it's different qualifications, you know what I'm saying, requirement to get a Grammy.
Yeah, it
but
is.
my question is, why do we hold the Grammy such a prestige? What make the Grammy Award more prestigious than the BET
Right.
or the Soul Train or the NAACP Image Award?
That's the biggest. That's the biggest
Because,
question
you know what I
of the
mean?
year right there.
I be really trying to figure that shit out. Is it just the fact that as black people, you looking for that white acceptance to make you feel more official or solidified?
Okay, well, let's break it down like this. You had Kendrick Lamar perform at the Grammys. How you feel about him?
Amazing.
You did good.
He was fine,
Amazing.
right? Okay, do you know Keisha that performed? She performed a song called Praying at the Grammys.
Okay.
How you feel about it?
I didn't see that.
So I'm pretty sure she was probably one of the ones that won a major Grammy. Childish Gambino performed at the Grammys. We know he write out his stuff
He
and
killed- he hit 'em.
compose, and that's what I'm saying.
That nigga one of the most talented brothers on earth. That nigga
This
just
man-
said, this is Oscars.
This
and
man
shit.
dropped. He dropped one song, and the first day it was on Kiss 104.1. You know you fire when you drop a
But
song
you know.
that ought to make it go on the old school station, like, and it's
Yeah.
on the regular like young folks station, like everybody playing it.
But you ain't giving me my point. What I'm asking you is why is the Grammys held in a higher regard than the
Let me ask you a question. Do you think artists look at it that way?
I think they do.
Like they writing trying to get a
I
Grammy.
think they do.
Hold on, but
For the
to not look at it that way is almost like a football player in the NFL not looking to get
At the Super Bowl.
I'm not
If
saying
that's what,
that.
if that's
No,
the business
because
you
you
in,
got
I think
three
all
Super
artists-
Bowls.
Our
That's
artists
the
ain't
benefit.
writing
You gotta go
for a
to-
Grammy. I don't think.
Who's to say
So
that's
what?
the Super Bowl? Why the NAACP
Right,
Image
right,
Award ain't the Super
right.
Bowl?
It's just considered that.
Who's to
And
say?
How?
Who's to
Why?
say the
Who's
Grammy
to-
is better than the BET Award?
That's my only
The
question.
production
Right.
of the
Who
Is
to say
it the
that this
time?
artist is
How
better
long
than
it's
that
been
artist?
around?
How they judging it? So
Right.
So
I think all that is subjective.
I agree to that, but I think
And I think I just think what I'm
That's
saying
the
is
trophy.
the Grammys is pop. At the end of the day, it's pop.
it's pop
culture.
Yeah, it's pop
You
culture.
feel what I'm saying? And us as hip hop, we are our own entity, but we rushing to run over there to be accepted to popular culture when the Soul Train, the NAACP Image Award, all this is more suited to our actual culture. Cause that's what it's
Because when they announce your name on TV or on the radio, they say the 5-time Grammy nominated. They don't say the 5-time Soul Train Award winner.
You got a good point.
But at the same
You got an
exactly,
excellent point.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's people as a culture We done got damn, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's
put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Programmed ourselves and everybody coming up that the Grammy is the best thing to have, just like everybody running condition like Jada Pinkett. She be like to worry about the end, about the Oscars they ain't going her way. She ain't got invited. But when they invite her ass to come over into the Soul Train Award or NAACP Awards or the Screen Actors Guild Award, she don't want to come. You turn down the invite. You see what I'm saying?
That is crazy.
So
But the money for them jobs.
What is it? Too, so the question is, we're going back to the question is. Now I want to know, what is it that hold this award show, the Grammys, on such a prestigious level that, you know, that we really glorify? Like, when you got people like Lady Gaga performing and U2 coming out the woodworks performing with Kendrick Lamar, like,
I'm gonna ask you a question.
The art is the art.
Matter of fact, okay, we're gonna keep it to the art. Nigga, as a viewer, when you watching the Grammys, is that shit more entertaining to you than the BET Hip Hop Awards?
That's point of view. It just depends on who you are.
The production of it be put together
better, yeah.
Because it's
the budget
is high.
So you asked me if I'm looking at
you just said you didn't watch the Grammys, nigga.
No, you asked the question.
That's what I'm saying. So how you gonna say that the production?
I didn't watch the BET Awards either.
Oh man. Okay, you watch the Grammy.
Yeah.
Did you watch the BET Hip Hop Award?
Yeah.
To you, which one was more entertaining?
Of course, I'm biased though because I'm a hip hop head.
Yeah, that was right.
And I mainly listen to rap music.
Okay. So basically, from a hip hop point of view,
the Hip Hop BET Award, in its purest form, I'd rather watch that than all the glitz and glamour of the Grammys.
Right, but what about the other audience?
That's what I'm saying.
What about the rest of the audience?
Oh man.
I'm saying, like, you know, that's popular opinion. Like,
that's
most people
a narrow art. Like, it's you ain't getting nearly the many artists at this event that you getting at this event.
Right. We know that as far as the prestige level of it. You know what I'm saying? That ain't.
I personally would rather watch the BET, but I know the Grammy, the budget is gonna be 10 times bigger. They're going to have even bigger international artists. Like, everybody in the Grammys international. So they ain't on the national level. But I'm saying, I would rather watch the BET Award, but I know the Grammys, I'm gonna watch the Grammys too. But I know in comparison to what I really prefer, I really wanted to see, you know what I mean, like all my hip-hop artists, you know what I mean, but all of them didn't make it to the Grammys because the Grammys is on a higher level than the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah, we know that they hold it like I said.
I think more and more of us gonna start making it to the Grammys though.
Right. Instead of going to the Grammys and you know what I'm saying, like, oh, the Grammys, niggas start shitting on the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Cause the Grammys be shitting on a lot of people.
It depends on who you are though.
You got to be shitting on the Grammys. And you gotta be generating some money then. That's what it's about then. Start going to the BET hip hop.
You gotta be generating some international
to the point where now you change the narrative. You change this shit ain't because you look at it, hip hop is the most popular culture in music. We don't need the Grammys. That's my point. I'm trying to drill. Like if niggas be like, niggas realize the plateau of what hip hop at right now, right? And niggas like, man, fuck that.
And regular music.
Fuck the Grammys, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm finna get into my next topic, which is the XXL cover. But more and more niggas on some shit like, man, fuck that cover. You feel what I'm saying? So if niggas be like, man, fuck the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Just start shitting on it. I bet you the ratings will go down. That bitch gonna turn to a country or a rock and roll show or some shit. You know that bitch gonna fall on the mouth. And then all the hip hop niggas just start focusing they got now attention to patronizing and building up, like I said, the hip hop awards. You feel what I'm saying? So now, you know what I'm saying, these motherfuckers gonna be begging and trying to pay to be a part of this. So now our budget gonna be through the roof. Yeah. Because this the more popular genre. So you don't got to piggyback what's pop. Because hip hop is popular culture. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't got to try to squeeze it in there with Dolly Parton and Billy Ray Cyrus, no Dr.
You never see it. All right, so I agree with you, but at the same time, hip hop, like you said, it's through all cultures.
That's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
can't-
You gotta take hold of it, bro. You gotta cut off the culture vultures. You feel what I'm saying? You can't keep running to them and let them put you in a subservient, you know what I'm saying, role where you dependent on their goddamn
Judgment.
certification.
You talking
You
about
know what I mean?
accepting.
Yeah.
So you've been acting, or you've been acting all your life, or you've been doing music all your life, and you watching all these people that won all these awards. Then when you get good enough to win them awards, you ain't supposed to care about getting it.
I'm saying, my point is, I'm trying to change the narrative of the importance
I
of
would
the
say
Grammy compared to
win
an
all of them.
NAACP Image Award, bro.
Right.
I'm trying to
Right.
change the not only the narrative, but just change the whole general perspective from a whole. You feel what I'm saying? Because hip hop has took over.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? At first, them folk didn't even want to let us in, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, that's just a fad. But look at us now. It's the most popular culture.
It's
when you
everywhere.
go on the
Hip-hop is
streaming
everywhere.
sites, nigga, you don't see Taylor Swift, nigga. You'll see goddamn Rich the Kid or Trippie Redd or somebody like that. These niggas out streaming all them folk. You feel what I'm saying?
I think that's why the BET Awards were created though, because people
wanna
were
get our just
shitting
due.
on the Grammys.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. But
We
don't-
trying to acknowledge our people.
Exactly,
Right.
but now you got this platform, but niggas goddamn feel like they too good for this platform they created for us. Cause they
Right.
instead of trying to run over him to the white people to get
I
the
see what you're
goddamn
saying.
clarification. You know what I'm saying? But they just go back
But-
to the slave master syndrome from way back in the day.
But is it because the Grammys make you have your music at a higher
Basically,
quality?
make you a bigger star.
Make your music at a higher quality
It's the
rather than
gauge.
just some
It's how you're measured
watered
in
down. Yeah.
music.
Yeah, no,
That's how you were measured.
That's the only
That's how you
part.
measure
Yeah, that's
it.
the only part that that's how I understand.
The standard, the
How many
mainstream
Grammys you
standard.
Yeah, I understand exactly. Mainstream
It's a
standard.
mainstream
exactly.
standard, you know what I
I
mean?
understand their perspective, but like I said, the only way you gonna be able to change the standard, which need to be changed, is
Oh,
to
man.
start shitting on it. Like fuck it, bro.
For real though, now,
Fuck that
right.
shit. Because they
and
trophy-
uplift our
This
own.
goddamn-
Uplift our own.
Because it can start with change.
But see,
Okay, that's what
for
I'm
real,
saying.
no,
It
truth be
can.
told,
It
not
can.
just the Grammys,
It's
not
possible.
just the Grammys, but through a lot of different things, we really
Nigga
need
might
to
take
I'm tell you
Grammys,
something.
But they
draw.
gonna still want a Grammy.
Man, I don't know.
We need to withdraw from
Man,
the
nigga,
Grammys. I'm
Black
with that
people,
move.
it's a lot of black people that started realizing
You know what's going
the
on,
power of black empowerment,
Right,
man. A lot
right.
of people done started realizing that shit, man.
Right.
Just like with the little incident with H&M when they came out with that bullshit
Right.
slogan, the coolest mic in the jungle. Black folks in the outrage on the internet.
Right.
And then they seen it affect their pockets when niggas
Just
stopped
like the
going
national
to the
anthem.
stores and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So boom, they like, damn.
Yeah, just like
Niggas
all
got
that.
influence. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's us. Right now, everything that we touch, like we got so much influence on everything, and it's relevant in the Grammys. It's relevant in in the Super Bowl. Our music is being played in between plays.
Because hip hop is the #1 genre in the world. #1 in the world. So why the fuck do we need to hold that trophy up, nigga?
Because
Shit.
some niggas don't make hip hop that win Grammys. So that's what I'm saying. Them folks still gonna go to the Grammys. The hip hop.
Hip hop
It ain't
is
gonna
a
mean
way
nothing
of
to
life.
damn Taylor
If
Swift.
BET Award jump in the forefront, it would have to be something that's catered to more than rap music.
When I'm speaking that, when I'm saying hip hop, bro, I ain't talking about rap. Rap is just this here in the whole galaxy of hip hop.
But what's the topic though? The
Hip-hop,
Grammys
hip-hop.
and the BET Award.
Man, hip hop is relevant. I'm talking about black culture at all, from spoken word to goddamn R&B to goddamn what we doing right here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to rap now word to still be hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm just saying. I'm talking about the culture, black culture. Because I'm telling you, it's finna be a black renaissance. This shit taking place. I can't see how y'all don't see this shit.
Now I see this.
This shit it's happening, dog. It's happening. It's happening right before our eyes. The white folk know they culture voting, they catching on, they getting so many niggas shoe deals. It's like every time a new nigga get a new song, they get a new shoe deal. Reebok or somebody, cause they know.
They do.
These
They
niggas,
know the influence they got.
They influenced in the culture. If this nigga wear my shoe, a bunch of niggas go buy it. They got these ugly ass. That's why these rap niggas keep wearing them Balenciagas, them ugly ass, big, retarded looking shoe. Them folk paying them niggas to wear them shits.
Right.
Them bitches cost $800 a pop. They paying these rap niggas to wear them motherfuckers because they influencers to these niggas' mind who trying to ride the wave and shit, trying to keep up with these niggas, so they buying these ugly ass shoes that look worse than the Skechers. You feel what I'm saying? So man, come on man, them folk know what's going on. So what I'm saying is, only way to stop the culture vulture is you just gotta goddamn, you know what I mean? Yeah. Shop black, stay everything gotta be black on, black on.
Man, for real, that's what we gotta get to, and I'm definitely with that, man. I said we gotta withdraw.
Do I think we need to?
I ain't saying
pool
goddamn.
our money and
through aggregation, yeah, we definitely need to do that.
Yeah, we need a central bank. We need all that shit, dog.
But we don't need to be on the level like, well, can't nobody white shop with us, or can't nobody white. It ain't like that. We just need to do our own thing. We need to get our own NBA. We need to get our own NFL. Because that's where they killing us at.
Or we just need to get some black people in.
It's a technicality.
That's like resegregating, though.
No, it ain't. No.
If we don't do that, we gotta at least get some people in position.
We're not saying
you don't need to have 32.
We ain't saying they can't play
NFL
with
all the
us.
32 white men. Hell no. You need at least
That's the thing about it. Right. We're not saying they can't play with us.
Because we
just saying we're not playing with them no more. That's what really gotta happen though. Listen, if we withdraw
that
from
means you gotta stop
Walmart,
worrying about money and shit, cause you ain't gonna get paid when you first start going.
You don't.
Man, that's a slave mentality.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's a slave mentality.
I don't think you got to do that.
I don't look at it as playing for the master though. That's what
it's not playing for the master, but it is playing for the master.
That's what it is.
You're not controlling anything.
Who that owner from Houston, Texas? That motherfucker said.
$2 million a year.
Get what he said.
A lot of shit.
Get what he said.
It's pennies, man. In comparison,
the owner for the Houston, Texas. The owner for the Houston, Texas made a statement. They were talking about that shit. That man said we can't let the slaves run the yard.
Yeah, run the plantation.
You can't let the slave run the plantation. That's what owner of the Houston, Texas said.
Man, this shit ain't nothing but truth, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Because the greatest trick ever pulled, let me tell you, Jackie Robinson being not the first black man to play in professional sports or person, right? But he was the most notable. This was going on in the 60s after Malcolm X and Martin Luther King had died. JLK was advocating for us. The Black Panther Party was beginning to start, right? Before drugs crack cocaine really took over our neighborhoods in the 60s, right? Leaders of our communities back then would not let drugs in our community nowhere, period. I'm talking about that was the temperament, and we were advocating for civil rights and equality back then, right? But what happened was Jackie Robinson was the first black man notable to play professional white sports, and it was baseball. But that suggested our mind frame was, let us just play with y'all after slavery, after being raped, lynched, robbed, kidnapped, enslaved. I'm talking about everything, the worst things in human history. Our temperament and our mind frame as a people, as a whole, black people in America was like, just let us vote, just let us work, just let us play sports with y'all, just let us operate in main society, and we still deal with being called a nigga and being involved in racism and being a scum, you know what I mean, being the lowest part of society. We just said, let us play with y'all. So that suggested our mind frame said, just let us play with y'all. But before that time, we had our own league.
Yeah, we had a nigga.
We had our own thing.
Right.
And our mind frame should have been what it should be right now going forward.
To make our league
bigger
than the
let us
main
play
league.
against you. The three main things that we got to do is change the way we think, change the way we eat, change the way we dress. And we start our own economics from those things. But the first thing is change the way we think. Because now we think like, let us just play with y'all. But y'all don't play fair. That should have been our mind frame. Let us play against y'all because they only understand one thing, and that's money. That's why Dre couldn't keep beats. That's why we had to go, Oprah still had to go, she a billionaire, but still had to work through other corporations. You see what I'm saying? 50 Cent getting money, but he still had to work through other corporations to make his own thing. We just now beginning to break from under that because they opening up so many channels because our talent is so far greater than what they got going on. And the only way to catch it now, while everybody becoming awake through a gateway of this channel called hip hop culture, because we awakening through hip hop, but we becoming movie directors and actors. You see what I'm saying? Something far greater than just rappers. And that's just the ones who coming from the hood, coming from the lowest of everything. Our other kids that's coming from good neighborhoods, they becoming doctors and lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Policemen. I mean, they becoming some great stuff. And NBA players in football. You know what I mean? Like great athletes.
What do you think changed then?
No, what needs to change is the way we think. That's the first thing we got to do is change the way we think about everything.
Yeah.
Because we really think backwards. Because we always think of, okay, we're having a conversation in the barbershop the other day about what does country mean to you? What does it mean to be country? A lot of us think country is growing your own horses, riding horses, herding cattle, and going and milking cows and chicken and having a chicken farm and having a cow farm. You know what I mean? And having cows in the pasture and cultivating your own garden. We think we say that's country, but also somebody in our community in the projects that think a little bit slower than everybody else. It's kind of behind the curve. We like, you know what I mean, man, brother country is hell, man, because he ain't got joints and because he don't have, you know what I mean, like, you know, the nicer clothes and he continue to choose to walk around nappy-headed and less than what mainstream has to offer. We be like, man, brother country is hell. You know what I mean? Like, but so, you know, we had to change the way we perceive things like that. And that's just true. And my thing is right now, it sounds simple, but it really ain't. But the other part of that is if we don't do that, we're gonna continue on the same cycle that we on now, where our community we suffering from diseases and illnesses because of the food we eat. That's just something simple. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we also suffer from our culture or something that, you know, is called, you know, like just, you know, wearing J's and dressing in modern day fashion is something that's so important to us in our community that we willing to die for it and we willing to work and give our hardest earned money for it. But we make up, America realistically makes up a very small percentage of the world.
So what's your point here, Fade?
My point is that, it's the same thing your point was, that we need to make our own Grammys.
Yeah.
Our own, you know what I mean, BET, we need to revamp it and get away from the old format, get away from that old model. Because we're not really competing at a higher level, that we should. We competing at a level where they giving us the regulations in which to compete. And dang, the highest you can go is a Grammy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
I pour more heart and soul in this. And the highest I can get is a Grammy. Think about it. Jay-Z did it for 21 years. He was supposed to get 22.
Man, they had Jay-Z.
And got robbed. It got robbed because when Jay-Z came out with that 444, that was definitely supposed to guarantee Jay-Z at least 1 or 2 Grammys for
I mean,
just having
before the
content.
ceremony, they gave that nigga like a lifetime achievement award.
He did. I mean,
So,
they gave
that was
him
good
some
enough, man.
other stuff, man. He had some other stuff, and the interview on CNN with Van Jones was bigger than the Grammy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you know,
The
shit ain't.
Twitter raid back and forth with Donald Trump was bigger than the Grammy. You see what I'm saying?
Fuck the Grammys. What about y'all? What y'all think about Floyd and goddamn Conor McGregor? They act like they want to jump in their Octagon, goddamn. Y'all
I think they gonna do it, man.
I think it's another goddamn finesse for the bag.
It's about
Yes,
that money.
sir. The first one
It's about that
was.
money.
That's what I'm saying.
It's about that money.
It's another
They
finesse
gonna be
for the
about
bag.
400-500 million.
If Floyd get
Why
in there and
not?
figure out that he can kick
I'll
somebody
get my
and
nose broke
airball
for the
him,
bag.
bro.
Man, you think Floyd finna risk that?
He already.
I don't think he should.
I think he
I
is.
don't think
bro.
he should. I'm not finna get hit. I'm not trying to become like Muhammad Ali. He'll go in there and get put to
That
sleep
what
right there. Right.
He gonna lose.
And he can take a chance of not ever being the
Look,
same again,
No,
man.
this thing.
Conor already know I can't stand up
Man,
with him. What's the first thing I'm
listen,
gonna do?
bro.
Boom to the ground.
Conor McGregor dead,
I'm
man. I
gonna
done
show you something about that right there, man.
So,
That
5'8",
whole move
130.
right there, standing there for the
Quick as
money
a fool,
grab.
huh?
Right.
That's all it is. It's a money grab. Cause see, one thing about it, goddamn, Floyd been fucking with Dana White. They're like the dude over the UFC, right? So they been goddamn plotting. They put that McGregor fight together. They been came together like a master plan. How
Like a
Floyd
master
told
plan,
them it
true.
was gonna come
That's
out.
true.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? So now
50
everybody realized that McGregor goddamn from the Octagon going to the ring, so that he was already at a disadvantage. So now a lot of folk, you know, so they definitely don't want to see no rematch back in the ring.
Yeah.
But if they do a rematch, it would have to be on McGregor's turn. So that would make that cultivate, you know what I'm saying, the imagination, you know what I'm saying, the curiosity of the paying public. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a big ass, smart ass move. And Florida get in that ring for them
By that
$300-400
money.
million.
Yeah.
That nigga get
And
it.
they gonna have to give it to him, though.
He ain't gonna get no
He
another.
gonna
gotta
get about
give it to
6 leg kicks to start the fight off.
Yeah. I mean, I think now Floyd Mayweather can
I think
come
he
in
gonna
and
train. He gonna train hard.
and be
But he
decent
trained
enough.
so hard,
I think he could be decent enough, but
He
the
ain't
thing
gonna be
is,
as bad as McGregor
he
was.
gotta last 5 rounds with
I don't
McGregor.
think so.
He gotta last 5 rounds with McGregor. But this the thing though, will Floyd Mayweather take a loss on his record?
Oh,
just
he
to
gonna-
get
It's
the
a whole
UFC?
other. It's not no. It gonna be no loss on the
It-
boxing.
Okay.
They hit a legacy seal, 50-0.
I'm 50-0
This
boxing.
gonna be his UFC debut.
Now, and the other thing is,
So you look at Conor McGregor, he 0-1 in boxing.
Floyd
Then he got a whole
Mayweather.
other record in UFC.
I have never seen Floyd Mayweather punch with such ferocity. I'm saying like the power that he had in his punching with Conor McGregor, man, was some. He would really hit Conor McGregor with some haymaker, bro. Like I'm talking about precision.
They was one of
No, he was. But what I'm saying,
ever,
my
man.
point is, if he stand up toe to toe with Conor McGregor, he'll beat Conor McGregor. But Conor McGregor cannot stand up toe to toe with Mayweather.
But see, it's a lot of folks that think the opposite, so that's what go make the curiosity. Cause a lot of folks be like, man, the way the fuck that nigga stand up to goddamn McGregor in that Octagon, and you got some nigga go think like him, like shit, boy, Floyd go blow for blow, knock his ass out. So get what?
He wouldn't knock him out. He keep him out his ass.
I just think he gonna
not
train
keep
super
him out
hard.
his ass.
Yeah.
But Conor McGregor had to put him in a submission hold on some kind of
Oh, yeah.
submission
I think
hold.
that-
He gonna have to like
That's what I'm
wrestle
saying.
to the
He
ground
already
like
done
God
got- he
damn. I
got the
don't want to
spar
see
with
Mayweather
Gonna
go
have
to
to.
the
Basically
ground
got
like
the
that,
spar
bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Mayweather go to the ground like that, man. Damn,
I think
Mayweather.
that's
He can get a
always-
head.
Oh,
beat
that's
in,
the
bro.
first move.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
gonna slam him.
Ground and pound.
He gonna make him uncomfortable.
But our truth, Conor McGregor ain't really a fighter like that. He more of a
stand up,
Yeah, he
strike.
more stand
That's
up.
your will.
And
That's your will.
he and protection, so it don't matter. Like
Yeah.
he know he can knock you out with either hand.
So
But
that what
if
gonna
he
make
go
this
to that
fight
leg
good,
kick
though.
shit, he will kick your
See,
motherfucking
that was gonna make
ass.
this fight good because
He
McGregor
will beat
he
your
a
head in,
brawl
boy.
in the Octagon.
God,
And
he
he
beat
one of
your
those
head
submission
in.
niggas. He one of them niggas that like to, you know what I'm saying, swing. So that would have make it interesting. You know what I mean? So I think they go goddamn finesse the word once again. You know what I'm saying? Get another 2-3
Hey,
You know what I mean? I ain't even mad at
Right.
them folk. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, that nigga.
He got to last 5 rounds.
You
That's
know what I
way
mean?
less. If
I go
Ooh,
and saying that.
but they more
He ain't gonna
vicious.
last 5 rounds.
he ain't gonna last 5 rounds. Running from Mayweather. He gonna run.
I ain't saying
gonna
he
run
gonna get
from
knocked out in the first round, but
You think he ain't gonna get knocked out? But he ain't gonna
probably
get knocked
exactly
out.
what's gonna happen.
He ain't gonna get knocked out.
Don't nobody want to say
I don't
it.
think he get knocked out.
He gonna run.
He
He is not gonna get. He ain't gonna
I
get
don't
caught
know.
up in no
He's
trap.
gonna
He gonna be
get
an
choked
arm
out.
bar or something. He gonna be.
If he do get
choked
locked,
out,
oh man.
submission. Unless he just
That grind and
he
pound.
just proved he couldn't just knock him out with one punch.
Listen.
I don't
He-
know how
now-
it'll go.
now,
man. I
and-
just think it'll be very interesting. Then you can't never take out the goddamn possibility of the nigga rigged anyway.
One thing that gonna happen, both of them niggas gonna get paid.
You feel me? So we don't
Yeah,
know how that shit
for
gonna
sure.
go.
In Mayweather's defense, now he is one of the best defensive type.
Yeah.
You know, all they goddamn
Fighters.
Too fucking around and they got them Octagon shit. 'Cause they got them rock bitch shaves ass, boy.